Hello, good night, welcome, full of took.
No, what?
Here to talk about Chapter 5,
Chris?
Return of King.
Chris, we talked about this.
What?
You have to take your meds.
What? I'm being a Poogelman.
What was this?
Oh, what was this?
A woes?
He was aroused.
Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, and good night.
Welcome,
Bye.
Fool of a Took. That was it. We're done.
See you next week.
I know that everybody is very anxious to hear what we're going to say about this chapter. The Ride of the Rohirrim, Chapter 5 of The Return of the King. We have many, many, many thoughts. This was by far the longest chapter in Tolkien's history, easily.
In 1 week.
This was the longest chapter I read on Sunday night, for sure.
Does
What was
he,
it, like 7 pages?
Yeah.
Does he lie like this all the time?
Yeah.
No, sometimes I
He
lay on my
lies
back.
like a rug.
Sometimes I lay on my side. Sometimes I ask you to draw me while I lay there.
Oh my God.
Well, you know, I'm good
Like
at what I
whatever's
do.
Pookelman.
Like draw.
Well, we got another shirt coming up, ladies and gentlemen.
Wait, I can't unsee that. No, just Chris.
So the big hairy belly.
Wearing nothing but a dress.
Arms. And the upper body is enormous.
The ratios are all off on this guy.
Our last episode was Chapter 4, The Siege of Gondor. And this week, instead of giving you a nicely well-prepared recap, I'm just going to wing it. Under 60 seconds, let's go.
All right.
Chapter opens. Pippin gets dressed. He puts his armor on. He's ready for war. Faramir returns. He reports back to Denethor, who tells him he sucks, tells him he's a complete idiot. Faramir then leaves again. He has to go to Osgiliath this time. The enemy takes the wall and the Pelennor. There's fire everywhere. The way you're looking at me.
I love this so much.
Keep going. You're on the clock.
Okay. The enemy takes the wall and the Pelennor. Pelennor. Okay,
Pelennor.
one more time.
TikTok.
The enemy takes the wall and the Pelennor. There's fire everywhere. All the houses in the barns are on fire. Faramir returns once more. This time he's
And the
dying. Denethor totally gives up, chooses premature cremation. The enemy starts catapulting flaming missiles and heads over the gate and into the city. Now, change of plans. Gandalf's in charge. Pippin is running around trying to prevent this murder-suicide from happening when the Black Captain rams the gate open and confronts Gandalf. And then Rohan finally arrives.
Woohoo!
All right.
Nicely done.
I'm not going to lie. I was not on board for the first 4 or 5 seconds. And then we got there.
I loved it. It was like fire. Fire everywhere.
I didn't know it was going to be
Fire sale.
a speed run.
I loved
Speed
it.
run, under 1 minute. I was really long last time I did this, and it was kind of boring, so I figured let's not do that
I
again.
appreciate this.
Oh my God.
I'm going to keep all your mess ups, though.
Cool.
I'm not going to edit them out. Pelennor? Fuck it. Pelennor. Moving on.
How do you say this word?
That's legitimately a very hard thing to do. I was thinking about the fact that you had to do a catch up when we were driving here
Yeah.
tonight because it's a crazy episode.
There's way too much to make it like a nice, well-written summary.
I mean,
Yeah.
just to get the edit down to like a 30 to 40 minute thing from Pat describing it, and he talked for an hour and a half about trying to get it out. I mean, it's a big chat. It's a 90-minute chapter if you're listening to it. I don't know how long it takes to just read it, but
2 or 3 days.
I have to read at the speed of Andy Serkis.
The man loves to enunciate.
Yeah, so, but it is a crazy chapter, and it really left off on a bit of a cliffhanger that was not in the slightest bit addressed in this chapter.
So, yes and no.
No.
we just start over, and then we end up at the same spot.
Yeah, it just goes to it sees the cliffs from the other side. At the bottom, they look up at the cliff.
Yeah.
And they go, oh shit, something's hanging. And then it ends.
Right. It's like, oh, fuck, what's that? That's the moment, right?
Yeah.
It's like something's happening on camera, and then somebody goes, did you hear that?
Mm-hmm.
And then cut.
Yeah.
But like the point you're making is real, right? Because we know how last chapter ended, so we know sort of what happens. We know that the Rohirrim are there, they're at the battle, Sort of. They're the cavalry, right? They come to rescue. They come to save the day. There was a lot of concern on the part of the Rohirrim, on the part of Theoden and Éomer about the shape that the riders of Rohan were going to arrive in, right? Because if you fight your way all the way from Rohan all the way to Minas Tirith, you're going to be fucked up. You're going to be in no real shape to do anything by the time you get there. You'll get there in time to be killed with everyone else.
You kind of want it to be like Helm's Deep.
Yeah, you want the sudden surprise. You want the hit.
Yeah.
You want the hammer blow.
Yeah.
And everyone in this chapter is keenly aware that that's what's on the line. The last thing that happened is that the gate is fucking broken. No enemies ever breached that gate before. And yet, the King of Angmar, Sorcerer, Ringwraith, Lord of the Nazgul,
Black Captain.
a Spear of Terror in the hand of Sauron, Shadow of Despair. He just walked in like he fucking owned the place. Anything can happen right now. Gandalf and Pippin are in immediate mortal peril. And Merry's not out of it either because he's riding directly to this problem, right? Merry wants to see Pippin so bad he's decided to go the whole way, which he regrets a lot.
He does.
The chapter starts with Merry at night with the riders of Rohan, with Darnhelm, just kind of chilling in the woods, being ignored, literally being ignored by everyone around him. They are all cool with the fact that he's there, presumably, but nobody's acknowledging him. Everyone pretends they can't see or hear him. It's sort of them like, well, I didn't know he was there. It's plausible deniability for when somebody finds out that Merry is there.
Mm.
And he feels like baggage again. And it feels bad. And then somebody stumbles over him in the dark and calls him a tree root. Turns out it's Elfhelm who like is in charge of the company of riders that Merry and Darnhelm are with. But Merry was called a tree root. And he feels like baggage. And he's feeling a little sassy. He says, hey, fuck you, mind your feet. But what's going on? And we get a real quick exposition dump because Elfhelm tells us that there is an army on the road ahead of the Rohirrim. There's now a force of Mordor between them and Minas Tirith. So this is going to be an obstacle they have to get around.
Yeah.
But they don't know how many there are. They don't know where they are. The Rohirrim, Theoden, Éomer, they are marching into something very uncertain. And they really only got one shot. They got to make it count. So they're paused in the woods at night trying to figure out what the fuck to do. And at that moment, we get a visitor. And this is one of the more interesting points of the chapter because now we're introduced to not just a new character, but like a whole new thing.
A whole new race.
A whole new race of peoples. The world is getting bigger and deeper and older. And Tolkien's just like, here you go, here's a treat. You know, here you go, here's a little more world building. Hope you like it.
Here's a new race as a treat.
Right. The reason we even know about this narratively is because Merry is like, oh, hey, some news. Someone can give me some like real fucking information, or at least something is happening. I'm going to go sneak off and find out. Because hobbits are sneaky and they're curious and they're generally hungry. So, you know, he's going to go solve at least two of those things. So Merry basically sneaks up to the command tent where the king is at, where his new guest is at. And he sees this like gnarled looking tree root of a man, like short, round, big arms, stunted legs, like mossy beard, carved stone ass looking human being. You know, it's like the Pukelman, like the statues that were the ancient statues that were up on that switchback stair up in Dunharrow. But like, what is this man? What is Gonbury Gon? This like chief of chiefs of the Woodwoses, the Druidane, these people who live in the forest. They're called the capital W, capital M Wild Men. The man's dressed in a grass skirt. Like these are meant to be people who live close to nature, live in nature. They are separate. They're old. They remember when the Númenóreans arrived, and they've remained separate by choice. Probably because the Rohirrim hunt them for sport, but we won't go into that.
Ooh.
I know. But the point is these are people who exist in a world that doesn't really know about them. Like they're rumor, they're myth, and here comes another legend walking out of the woods at Theoden. Like this is like 3 in a week, man.
Wow.
We had hobbits, we had ents, and now we have Gonbury Gon and the Druidane and the wild folk. He's a man living in someone's dream. But you know what? Even a nightmare is a dream.
He was talking about even like all the secret roads they used to take before the real roads were paved.
Right.
And it's like, whoa, this is like ancient.
Right, but that's the whole point, right? Because why am I talking about this guy Gunburigan? Why did he come out of the woods to talk to the Rohirrim? It's because these peoples, the Woodwoses, the Druidane, the people of the forest, the wild men, they have seen the number of orcs and the Easterlings and the Haradrim that are flooding into the country. And he's done a calculation, and he says the enemy of my enemy is my friend. But he went the other way with that. Because he's decided that there's no way in fuck that orcs are his friend. So he's decided to come and offer a service to Theoden, to the Rohirrim, to the horse lords, to the horsemen. He wants to help them get around this blocking army, this army of orcs. He wants to show them a secret road. Because he knows that the only way this goes any kind of okay is if somehow the horse people fight the orcs, and then his folks just get left the fuck alone.
Mm.
And Éomer tries to sass him a little bit, and Gonburigan's like, no, shut up, I'm talking. Which is funny because he does it in this like essentially broken English.
Yeah.
Because Gonburigan makes it very, very clear that he is a people apart from the Rohirrim. He's apart from Minas Tirith. He knows their languages and is speaking to them in a way they understand for their benefit. He shows up to offer them a secret road. And it solves a ton of problems for Theoden because he's like, okay, now we don't have to fight this army in the dark that we don't know anything about. That's one less enemy we have to face. Now we'll still remain secret because once you attack an army, you kind of word gets around. So they're still going to have the element of surprise. And all Gonburigan wants is to be left the fuck alone afterwards. And Theoden tries to make him some promises about like, we will honor this and that. And he's like, no. Dead people, their promises don't mean shit to me. Just go do what you're going to do, and we'll see what tomorrow does.
He's like, the only thing that you need to do is kill everybody.
Right. And Theoden's he's like,
Just win.
it's like, I got you.
Yeah, he's like, please, that's my reward.
Right. My reward is a river of blood.
Yeah.
And Theoden's like, yeah, we can do.
He's like, you can kill the orcs. I don't care if you live.
Right.
Just get rid of them.
And Theoden's like, I don't care either.
Hey.
High five.
What a perfect task for me.
Yeah. So
Right,
Shall we
and
live?
die.
He's like, certain death. He's like, I'm in.
That actually made me chuckle when he was finally called Faye in the book. I was
Yup.
like, about time. He's been Faye since day one.
He has.
we'll get there. It's great.
Oh.
But what Gonburigan says is, I'm going to give you scouts. I'm going to give you intelligence reports, and I'm going to lead you down the secret ancient road that the Numenorians made way the fuck a long time ago, but has since overgrown in the forest, and nobody uses it because it's not really a road anymore. The reason nobody uses it anymore is because this was a road from Minas Tirith to the quarries in the mountains that they quarried all the stone to build Minas Tirith with.
Oh.
To build the Ramos with, that outwall, that enormous 39 miles of walls and shit. That stone all came from somewhere. Turns out it came from right over there. And what do you know? There's a road that leads from there to Minas Tirith, and nobody knows about it. So that's the present that Gonburigan is bringing Theoden, and Theoden is fucking pleased. He's so happy. But they do some math. It's going to take 2 days. It's going to take a day to walk through the woods, and then probably an extra day from the end of the woods out to the Pelennor Wall, out to Minas Tirith. The woods I'm talking about is the forest that the Rohirrim are currently camped in. The Druidan Forest. I don't know what it's named for, but that's where they are. They met the Druidane, and now they're going to be shown the secret path through the forest rather than having to take the main highway.
So it's pretty close to Minas Tirith.
2 days out.
Yeah.
We are real fucking close, boys. Small problem. At the end of day 1, everything goes well because Gonburigan's got his people out killing anything in the woods that could tell anyone anything about the fact that the woods is full of riders.
Good.
Right? You wonder how an army stays secret? It's because you have really good scouts and they just fucking kill everyone that gets near.
Mm.
And
Hopefully bad guys.
I said everyone.
So also maybe good guys.
If you're the wild men, it's kind of whatever you got.
And you're
That's a
like,
moot
what-
point.
Yeah, you're like, listen, you got to go.
It's like, I don't know where you're going or where you're coming from, but you're stopping here.
Oh, no.
Interesting.
No one will know about this.
Uh-huh.
No one.
And it's
No,
all
you
them,
know what he
grabbing
said?
birds out of the tree and wringing their necks.
He said,
Yeah.
where you going?
Nowhere.
Nowhere.
Fun fact, when he was crossing the Delaware to attack Trenton, George Washington arrested like 40 people that night just for being outside and being near where they were getting the troops ready in order to keep everything secret.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I don't think Gone Burry Gone arrested anyone.
I don't
No.
think so either.
They were gone, baby, gone.
Oh, high five.
Got some
Sad.
good snipers in those trees.
The little flutes at the rocks or the spit things.
Just little blow darts.
Yeah.
Just
Everybody's going, ow, what the hell was that?
like spitballs.
Yeah.
But with like a giant wasp inside.
Sir, they're withstanding our attack.
What? I can't even. But that's the good news. Because the bad news is that at the end of day one, Gone Burry Gone is gone. He says, I'm out. He truly and honestly, he goes to Theoden. He says, we are approaching the end of the woods. And he bows formally. And then he like sniffs the air, freaks out a little bit like a startled wild animal, and says like, the wind is changing. I smell salt, like sea salt on the air. I smell the tang of the sea. Things are changing.
Oh, fuck, where's Legolas?
Right. We get
That's
a
the first thing that came
Legolas
to mind.
stand-in. But then Gone Burry Gone vanishes. And all his people fucking vanish into the woods and they're out of the narrative. Tolkien tells us that like never again will a mortal man talk about these people ever again. We're done here.
Yeah.
Legends.
Yeah. So like really the dude entered on page like 1 and left on page 4. But what he did was amazing. And what the gift that Theoden got was amazing. So even though they're only halfway through the journey though, Elfhelm, the leader of the war band that Mary's hiding in, says, we have plenty of people who know this part of the road. But the good news is they're actually out of the woods. Like they're approaching, they've circumvented
Literally.
the army. Yes, literally out of the woods. Because metaphorically, they're going right into the fire. Well, actually, literally, they're going right into the fire. Oh, this is bad all around.
Fire!
Anyway, Elfhelm, the leader of the war band that Mary and Durnhelm are hiding in, says to Theoden, by the way, I have riders who know this part of the road. We're almost there, man. We got like 7 leagues. And if we hustle, we'll get to the outer wall, the Pelennor wall, right around dawn. If we hustle. And so they do. They rest during the intervening hours of daylight. They hide out in the woods a little bit. No one finds them. Everything is cool. Then it becomes full dark. And then it's time to just ride through the night, which is horrifying, right? I don't like riding through the day. But that's actually a better option than what happened to Hirgon. Because remember the 2 Gondorians who came to Theoden who brought the red arrow and all the news and everything?
Yeah.
And then they did what messengers do and they took a response home?
Yeah.
They definitely, absolutely find their hacked up bodies on the road.
Ugh.
Absolutely. So what that means is it's a confirmation of what we as readers already know. No one in Minas Tirith knows anything about what's happening in Rohan. No one knows that Theoden is coming. Nobody knows when he's coming. All they know is that they sent a distress message. They sent the red arrow out to request aid as soon as possible. And like a week passes.
No one comes home.
No one comes home. Nothing. That's Ingold's message when he is like the final man to pass into Minas Tirith before they shut the doors in the face of Mordor.
The red arrow has not returned.
Right. And ain't nobody seen or heard nothing about Rohan at all.
Right,
Yikes.
right.
There is no hope. Who the fuck knows? By the way, 2nd Army in Rohan, so I don't know what's up, boys. But I'm here to party. Which, like, is cool and all, but, like, would have been better with 10,000 horsemen.
Yeah.
It ain't great. However, strangely enough, things are going to plan for the Rohirrim, right? They've bypassed the 1st Army. It's riding loose in Rohan. We don't know about that shit. They bypassed the 2nd Army on the road, and no one knows they're there. And no one knows the Rohirrim are in the woods and are now on the road behind them. One other piece of good news that came out of this whole thing is that the orcs blew the wall apart and are now gleefully just hammering it to pieces, just to ruin it, just to wreck it, The good news is that means there's not a defensive wall that the orcs can hold against the Rohirrim. Because if you're riding a horse, what you want is an open way. And what the orcs are doing is building a way.
Thanks, orcs.
Thanks, guys. And those motherfuckers have no idea what's happening because they think that their friends have got their back in every direction for 40 miles. They have no idea that there's literally an army looking to murder them personally.
So just like everybody forgot about the Rohirrim.
Well, yeah, if you're Sauron, you sent 2 different armies to fix this problem.
True. He did send armies out to go get them.
And also,
He
there's
didn't
nothing
forget.
to forget when there's no response or trace of anybody in sight.
Right.
Yeah. And that's the other thing. Remember, the Rohirrim have been
It's
doing
crazy.
everything as secretly as possible. They've been hiding from the Nazguls in the mountain. That's the whole reason Aragorn split off and took the fast way.
Yeah.
So secrecy is really the thing that the Rohirrim still have on their side. They have a massive
And
sucker.
6,000 men.
And 6,000 men. I was going to say, they have a massive sucker punch ready to go. And like, a haymaker is one thing, but a sucker punch is a whole different problem. And Theoden is like, this is it. We're going to do it. Because
We're gonna die.
he's okay. So here's how into the madness of battle that Theoden is getting, right? He's looking into his own future and he's like, he's a warlord. Don't forget, this is not Theoden's first, second, or even 5th rodeo. The man is a name taker and a motherfucker first and foremost. And he is looking to take names
And fuck mothers.
and fuck mothers.
Oh my god,
You said it.
Laura. Laura.
What?
And he's got a plan to do it.
I mean, no.
But Theoden's plan is really the plan of somebody who says, toot toot. You gonna get hit by the pain train.
We're gonna ride a train on these mothers.
Oh my God.
Oh no. 10,000 dicks. Oh, no. No, it's 12,000 and 6 of them are horses.
Ooh.
Oh.
Yeah, you can't be
They
like,
count
and
as double.
Theoden's got a huge.
Huge numerical advantage. But he's a man who's embraced the madness of war. And so he's got this plan, right? Because you have to have some kind of a plan. A failure to plan is a plan to fail. So there's one more like pause, one moment where like the army is taking a deep breath before they fucking go for it. And Theoden turns to his captains at the start of the army and basically says, now is the hour. Though we are far from home, the glory you reap will be yours forever. And he's shouting this to his men in the dark. And he's shouting at his men, but he's telling them what's on his mind. Because Theoden has been hunting for his own glory since we met the guy. And he sees it now. And Theoden's battle plan is real basic and real traditional. You have a center formation, a left formation, and a right formation. It's just a line at 3 sides. You got a left flank, a right flank, and the center. And Theoden says to Éomer, my son, you will go up the center with the king's banner. Elfhelm, you will take the left. Grimbold, you go right. Once you get in the wall, kill everything you find. We can't have a better plan than that because we don't know what we're going to find. Let's go. And they all fucking take off into the darkness, riding at the enemy. And those orcs don't know what the fuck hit them because in the dark, 6,000 horsemen show up. And you're supposed to be safe. You're just wrecking a wall. You're having a good time. You're hewing bodies. Now you're running for your fucking life because the horsemen of Rohan, the Rohirrim, the Riddermark, the sons of Errol, they are upon you. And they're not in a prisoner-taking mood. They kill everything they find. And they start pouring through the holes in the Pelennor wall, in the Ramas wall, that the orcs made. They didn't have to make those holes. They didn't have to, but they did. And now they're getting fucked.
Good job, guys.
The Rohirrim are inside the outermost perimeter of Minas Tirith. They're in the townlands, the farmlands, the Pelennor fields. They can see the city now. And what they see is terrible.
Yeah.
The scope of the destruction, the scale of the enemy, the literal rings of fire around the city, the ring of fire in this city, because the city's burning at the lowest levels, is what they are greeted with. And Merry has spent this entire chapter basically riding behind Durnhelm, holding on Durnhelm's waist, hoping his sword is loose enough to pull, but also thinking like, what the fuck am I actually about to accomplish here? Because he sees now what Pippin is facing. Pippin's inside a burning city, ringed by fire, ringed by the largest and greatest and most terrible army to come to Minas Tirith in well beyond living memory. And maybe he's riding to Pippin's rescue. Maybe they're riding to the rescue of Minas Tirith. Maybe they're riding to their doom. Because Theoden sees this too. And it takes all the wind out of his sails when he sees the scale of the fucking fight in front of him.
Yeah.
He becomes old again. He slouches in his saddle. He's worried it's already too late. Because every message has been soon, now, faster, go. And even though they've traveled as fast as they possibly could, even though they took only the most reasonable precautions, the city's burning. The fields around the city are burning and crawling with the enemy. The only upside is that nobody fucking knows they're here yet. The enemy's not facing them. The entire weight of Sauron's army is pushing on Minas Tirith, is going to collapse the defenses, is going to kill everyone and everything inside. And suddenly there's a flash like lightning and a huge sound. And we know what that is, because that's when Grond, hammer of the underworld, the enormous battering ram that they forged in Mordor for this one purpose, to break that one gate that the Witch King of Angmar sang his spells to empower, to destroy the gate of Gondor. That flash is that explosion we saw last chapter. And that last chapter is the thing immediately before the Witch King rides through the gate to confront Gandalf. Now we see this event from a different perspective. Now we see this from a distance, a great distance, a vantage point. And that flash and that sound shake Theoden out of whatever stupor, out of whatever doubts he's having, whatever fears. He swallows it all. And he stands up in his saddle because the wind is changing. There's a sea wind from the south, clean, sweet-smelling air with a tang of salt. There's light on the clouds. Dawn is here. Morning is here. And honestly, I'm just going to read directly from the text for a second, because this is one of the coolest paragraphs in this 1,000-page journey. And so he's just blown the horn, and he stands up in his saddle, and he yells out and calls out to the assembled army, to the riders of Rohan, all 6,000 of them. Arise, arise, riders of Theoden. Fell deeds awake, fire and slaughter. Spear shall be shaken, shield shall be splintered. A sword day, a red day, ere the sun rises. Ride now, ride to Gondor. And then he finishes this by snatching a horn out of his buddy's hand and blows on it so loudly and so clearly that the fucking horn explodes. Suddenly, the king cried to Snowmane, and the horse sprang away. Behind him his banner blew in the wind, white horse upon a green field. But he outpaced it. After him thundered the knights of his house, but he was ever before them. Eomer rode there, the white horse tail of his helm floating in his speed, and the front of the first Ered roared like a breaker foaming on the shore. But Theoden could not be overtaken. Fey he seemed, or the battle fury of his fathers ran like new fire in his veins, and he was borne up on Snowmane like a god of old, even as Orome the Great in the battle of the Valar when the world was young. His golden shield was uncovered, and lo, it shone like an image of the sun, and the grass flamed into green about the white feet of his steed. For morning came, morning and a wind from the sea. The darkness was removed, and the hosts of Mordor wailed, and terror took them. And they fled and died, and the hooves of wrath rode over them. And then all the host of Rohan burst into song, and they sang as they slew, for the battle joy was on them. And the sound of their singing was fair and terrible, and came even to the city. And that's how that chapter ends.
Dang.
Oh
man.
Such an epic ending.
I'm glad you read that because that could not have been summarized.
No. On no fucking planet.
It was a summary.
I mean,
Literally, he
Thanks,
was
Chris.
like, "I'm just going to summarize for you what happened." You can't summarize a summary.
Oh my God.
thank you, Chris.
It's fucking cool, though.
Right off the bat, I have a question about the beginning of this chapter. Mary hears drums.
Drums in the deep.
He is burritoed in a blanket.
As he's burrito in the blanket.
Like a problematic
I took that
cat.
almost as if it's like the sound of horses running, but you seem to have a different opinion. What is it, truly?
The drums?
So the drums they tie into the trope of like the noble savage that Gon Burrygon and the Druidan are part of. Like the grass skirts, the wild men in the woods type shit. Yeah, it's like the deepest, darkest heart of like
Amazon?
yeah, like the Africa, the jungle.
Okay.
It's like in those old cartoons that are slightly problematic where it's like every time they meet, like yeah, and then like more drums in the distance. Think of it as like smoke signaling, but for a different culture.
Okay.
I actually thought it was like the enemy's armies drumming.
Nope.
Yeah. That's, I mean, it's like, I think it's important that we just spend 60 seconds discussing this because I had an idea. I like literally in my head, it says Mary hears drums in the distance during the night. And then it talks about horses in the same sentence. And I was like, oh, it must be
Yeah, the
all
drumming
the
of horse,
you know, like
hoofbeats.
boom, 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 like coming by. Like if there's thousands of horses,
Mhm.
I'm not a horse person, but I'm assuming you would hear like a booming sound of all these horses trotting. But then also you have a different thing. You have a different thing. I don't know. What did you take out
Open
of it?
to interpretation.
Well, at first I was like, oh, if someone's approaching. And then when they were introduced and everything, I was like, oh, that's so cool. That was like our first introduction before we see them because they're very secretive. We hear them. They're like
wild men.
the wild men, the woozes. Yeah. Like the woozes are coming out and instead of just appearing, they're announcing themselves with drum beats and probably communicating to each other like, oh, we're about to.
So he can't see their arrival. And by he, I mean Mary. He can't see their arrival, but he hears these drums. He hears the communication. So what's happening off screen is that Gon Burrygon has arrived to a tent that Mary is not privy to see, which is why he's already there when he walks in. So could these be like announcement drums? Like
That's what I thought.
Kind of, yeah. They're
like
a method of,
presenting the Lord of the chief of the.
maybe. We don't really know. It's not explained. It doesn't. All we know is that there are drums. It's implied that they have something to do with the wild men, and then that's it.
Because music's a bit ceremonial in this book, right? Music comes up quite often. Tolkien,
It's
as
magic
You
sometimes.
brought up that
Yeah.
Tolkien notoriously did not like music or songs or something like that, and yet he writes songs into his books. He writes musical moments happening. I mean, we start and end this chapter 5, the Ride of the Rohirrim, with music.
Yeah.
We start with a drum with percussions.
And we end with murder singing.
And we end with "I'm killing you" over and over, my friend, and like a fucking sailor chant happening amongst
this
the
is the
riding.
song that never
Speaking of
ends.
music, when they I'm not sure if they even used the phrase "in the pines," but it came to me as I was reading it.
In the pines,
where the sun don't ever shine.
Gon
And I was
Burrygon,
like,
gonna
oh.
get you there.
Oh, that was a weird fucking New Jersey moment. Moving on.
That wasn't a New Jersey moment.
No, I'm just kidding.
Nirvana song, Jesus. And I think it was based on a folk song.
Yeah,
before that.
it's way fucking older than Nirvana. Jesus Christ.
I know. Still,
I love it. I just love setting you guys
I
off.
just like that it was in the pines where the sun don't ever shine, and I was like, oh, it's so appropriate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's true.
What I wish would have happened was that the poeticness of the writing of the end would have also been present in the beginning. It would have been just the icing on the cake to create this chapter. This is a short chapter, right? Let's just call it out for what it is. This is a short, quick chapter. I think there's only one other chapter that might be this short, and it's
Boromir's death.
Boromir's death.
The departure of Boromir.
Right? 7 pages, right?
Yeah.
A 30-minute chapter if you're listening online to the books. It's a quick read. It moves. But the point of this chapter is almost a segue. It's like a tipping of a hat to something that you know is happening. You know it's going to happen, and you're just finding out a a wee bit of information to make
It's
it
like
a little
filling in
sweeter.
gaps.
Just a little bit of it's like a fucking what is that thing that we like to eat from Britain? Well, after you toffee.
digestive.
It's a digestive. It's to get you through to the farts. You know what I mean?
Oh my God.
Well, so this is kind of a bridge chapter, though, right? That's what it does.
Before the shit goes down.
Yeah.
But it's
Literally.
before the shit goes down. But it like this chapter has a very specific arc emotionally. It all starts in darkness and with indecision and questions and a lack of information. And then we get thrown this like wild curveball of, by the way, there's a wild man who's going to offer you the keys to the kingdom on this answer.
Yeah.
Silver bullet, here you go, champ.
Yeah. The reason I think that is the case, and I took note of that, is that he has one line. It's right when he's talking about dead men are not friends to living men and give them no gifts. Basically, Éomer is like, hey, thank you so much for helping us out. We're going to reward you with a bunch of shit. And Barry Gon is like, no, thank you. I'm not interested. But then he follows up with another line, which he says basically, and this is not word for word because the way that Gon speaks is
His
broken
syntax
English.
is a little rough.
But essentially, I give you my word that what I'm saying is true. And you can ride with me and you can put my word to the test. And if my word is not true, I give you permission to kill me.
Yeah.
Which is something that nobody in Middle Earth would ever fucking say at this time period because everyone's scared to die.
Yeah.
But this character is like, no, you can just fucking kill me if what I'm saying is not true.
You ever been so sure about a thing?
Yeah.
That's another thing too. Gonberry Gon enters in as this weird character we've never met, and he's so sure of everything he tells them. He's like, we're the best trackers. We're the best scouts. I know all this for a dead ass fact.
Yeah.
So I'm going to move on from Gonberry Gon shortly, but there's a couple of things that we should talk about before we move on, which for me, the thing that really stands out is that one, it feels on the surface like it could be a problematic character to read when you read it at the surface. However, I didn't take it that way. I didn't feel like it was that problematic. I actually feel like it presented a character that was older and more ancient and more grounded. Him and his people. There was just something about him that, yeah, he had broken English, but he had his own language. So he was learning their language to communicate with them the best that he could for the little that he gave a fuck about them.
Yeah.
So he's not going to spend much time learning a language about a people he doesn't give a fuck about.
Right.
Right? It just makes sense to do that. It's just enough to communicate. And that was successfully achieved and executed by him. So it's so much so that like he has another friend that shows up and it looks exactly like him, and they communicate in grunts and fucking however they talk to each other. Not only is it a different language completely to speak the words, the common tongue of Middle Earth, but it's a different way of communication because they're not even speaking in words to each other. They're speaking through grunts. They're speaking through sound, through noises.
Like guttural.
Yes.
Like it is a different language family altogether. And that's the kind of detail a linguist wants to throw in. Like Tolkien.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
What I love about Gonberry Gon is he once again illustrates the prevalent theme of the whole series of nature versus industry. Like, of course, this man of the woods that is not in industry, is not in the civilization, is a good character and ends up saving the day and ends up bringing some hope and light to the chapter and to this point in the story.
And one of the things you said about the quarry and sort of these wild men watching the human men carry stones out of the quarry and take them back to their village, they thought they ate stones for food. That's crazy.
Well, yeah, because Gonberry Gon says that the quarry is where the old men of stone houses and stone walls carved the mountain like men carve fish.
Yeah, it says they carved hills as hunters carve beast flesh. Wild men think they ate
Something
stone
like
for food.
It's very funny.
Well, how let's think about this, right? So what exactly is he saying? Like how is it possible for somebody to work through stone so easily that it feels like they're cutting through flesh?
Iron tools. If you don't, because Gonberry Gon doesn't have any tools. He doesn't even have clothes. He's wearing like woven grasses. So he's literally a Neolithic, a Stone Age man talking to like medieval knights. So there's going to be that interaction. There's going to be that wonder about technology. There's just things you can do with iron tools you can't do without them. I think that that's a really interesting way for him to say that they were able to work stone in a way that nobody of his people could work. It illustrates like a timelessness of the Druidane peoples.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And I like how he phrases their goal as drive away bad dark with bright iron.
Yeah.
Like that just goes to show he doesn't understand their tools, but he knows what they look like.
Right. Like, and that's the whole thing is like, you said Gonbury gone. He showed up, he had something to do, and he accomplished that mission, and he's out because he has agency. Yeah. And this is why I don't think he's a problematic character, because even though he's presented in a way where you're like, oh no.
He's authoritative.
Right. Like a white guy from the first half of the 20th century is going to talk about this like kind of noble savage type character. Like, how's this going to go? It can go very bad. But Tolkien gives him agency, gives him attitude, gives him a character, and grounds him in the world.
Yeah, he reminds me of Treebeard. He reminds me of the Ents, but more so it's, and this is going to sound very problematic, but he reminds me as a proxy of Middle Earth, who's coming to give them a favor, a hand. He's not actually a race of Middle Earth in the sense that he doesn't want to be. Not their people does not want to be part of it. He wants to be considered not even part of the races of Middle Earth. He wants to just be considered Middle Earth. You don't know we exist. You're never going to see us again. We're coming out one time
to tell their land.
We will help you to help save the land, to clear the paths.
Yeah.
It feels like the map is coming to life for one chapter to help. In the same way that in the Two Towers, the map came to life.
Yeah.
To help them at Helm's Deep.
Yeah.
I love that.
And
You
in
know
the
what I mean?
Fellowship, because you know who the other person this guy reminds me of?
Who?
Tom fucking Bombadil.
Yeah, absolutely. It's the same way. It's like these people are not actually people. They're not actually, well, I guess they are characters. I don't want to say they're not characters. They have a whole personality to them.
But they represent something.
But they represent something. Yeah.
It's really, really cool that this world is big enough and deep enough that despite the fact that there's this existential conflict, the War of the Ring going on, there's people in it who don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Like the world is just so big that Sauron's evil can't touch every little piece all at once.
Yeah.
And in the same way that evil is not monolithic, good is not monolithic.
Yeah.
You know, it's Gonbury Gone is an example of somebody who did not give a single shit about what was going on until somebody bothered him at his front door.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he was like, hey, can you guys get these fucking things out of here? Thanks.
Yeah.
It also made me wonder a little bit about the history of the Rohirrim and the Moses.
Like roses.
Yes.
So-
it makes me wonder because Dunharrow has all of those Pukelmen statues, right?
Yeah.
Which leads me to think that used to be where the
Like a
wild men
worship or
lived,
something.
right? So like it kind of makes me wonder if the Rohirrim, long ago kicked them out of their own home.
100%.
You think?
Because remember, the men of the Rohirrim, the sons of Errol, came from the north and were granted land in Rohan by the kings of Gondor.
Yeah.
And that displaced the men of Dunland, which is why Saruman was able to convince them to participate in the attack. There's layers and layers of immigration and people and languages.
Well, here's the question. Do you think Sauron tried to gauge the interest of the Woses to join him?
I bet he couldn't find them.
100% that.
Yeah.
I bet that's the truth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also just seemingly how like evil works in this world. I feel like he'd even think of them or give them the time of day because they aren't of industry. He probably
Much like Saruman.
That.
Yeah, he probably just thought like, oh,
Saruman.
they're just these like people of the woods. They're weak. They mean nothing. They don't seek power, and so he probably just discredited them. But
The
it's
Ents.
once again his downfall. Like they snuck the Rohirrim through a secret path
Yeah.
and got
I
around his
appreciate
army.
this chapter so much more now.
Right?
Yeah.
It's a good chapter. It's 7 pages of poetry. It's
Yeah.
so good.
Speaking of poetry, here gone.
Kerrigan, gone,
The
gone.
way that
Here and
he
then
like
gone.
they found his hand was still clasping the red arrow. I was like, oh my god.
Yeah, because that's how they knew it was him. Because they couldn't recognize
He
him
was so torn apart.
because the boy's head was
His
missing.
head was gone.
But I mean, can you just imagine a messenger through and through? He did not let go of that message, even as his limbs was getting ripped from his body. I was like, wow.
It feels like he could have let go of the message to save himself, probably.
Maybe use the arrow.
But no.
Yeah, stick the arrow in the...
Well, yeah. Well, we know the tip of the arrow was made of strawberries now. But
It was quite delicious.
well, I'm guessing like the direction that his body or his horse's body was positioned, he had made it back to Minas Tirith.
Almost.
Saw he couldn't get in and turned around to come back to Rohan.
Yeah, it was bad time.
And so he got hewn down there.
Yeah, you are the messenger and you're worried it's too late and you are confronted with that. And that's sort of your last mortal thought.
Rough.
That fucking blows. But you know what? Honestly, good for him that he wasn't taken alive.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But also, it goes back to say that, Tolkien has done a very good job of creating a very R-rated book in a PG-13 world by using words like hewn. It's why he gets so creative with his vocabulary, because he's saying horrendous things. Very
war crime, literal war crimes.
Beautifully.
Yeah.
He's saying terrible things beautifully.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, his body was hewn. And it's like, okay, well, nowadays, because we don't have the censorship and the fucking, the troubles that somebody in the 50s had releasing a book that had some violent themes. And, nowadays, he'd be like, they chopped his fucking head off.
There'd be a lot more tits.
Yeah. And his little wiener came out.
And internal organs.
They chopped his balls off and they shot that over the walls.
You know what they don't describe?
His
As
penises.
far as I can remember, aside from penises, you're right, they don't.
It says balls, he says penises.
They don't make note of how much blood there is
I was
on
gonna
these
say,
battlegrounds.
the most graphic depiction of violence we get in this whole series up to this point is Balin's tomb in Moria, where they cut that dude's head in half and it explodes.
Yeah. It's a very violent book with no gore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's how you still become a franchise and make a movie.
Yeah.
Could you imagine if Quentin Tarantino was the director?
Ew, no, because all the hobbits are barefoot.
It would be, they're all just licking each other's toes.
Oh, we
Gotta
never
keep them toes clean, massa.
Oh no,
Oh my
it's
God.
a 14-hour movie and it's 13 hours in the Shire.
Speaking of which, Éomer says something directly after Hirgon's killed.
Fuck.
That I thought was worth reading because it's just, I don't know why, it just struck me as a very powerful line. Need brooks no delay, yet delay is better than never. Powerful.
Mhm.
Also, what does brooks mean?
To brook something is to be able to accommodate it, essentially.
Mm.
It brooks no delay. It will not stand for delay. It cannot stand a delay.
Mm. It just was such a power. I was like, man, I don't even know what brooks means, but like, I'm reading this getting like chills, being like, need brooks. I'm like, okay, I love this.
Yeah.
It feels very
It was
powerful.
a very poetic chapter.
It
Yeah.
was.
The Rohirrim are poetic, right? Like there tends to
Yeah.
be a little more interesting language around them, because I think Tolkien is trying to build Theoden specifically up as like this really cool character, and he's trying to call back like these ancient sagas. Because something we touched on is Tolkien spent a shitload of time doing like translations like Beowulf and like in Old English stories, and like the man is steeped in tradition and folklore and those sagas.
Yeah.
By the way, woses, wood woses, that's like an old folklore from Britain and also from like a lot of like pre-Christian Europe. It's basically like the Green Man. It's like a nature spirit type shit. It's present in like Arthur, the King Arthur tales and shit. The fact that the Rohirrim are like almost musical, they're almost lyrical. There's that beauty to the language that they use and they're described with. That's structural. That's all intentional.
Yep.
I have a question. Gon Burigan uses the word Gorgoon, which I kind of assumed meant orc, but then he also uses the word orc. Are those interchangeable or not?
Yeah, it means orc in his tongue.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it's like it's interesting because that's got to be deliberate choice by Tolkien, right? Because it's also like a homonym of Gorgon, the Greek mythological creature. Like the man is he's playing word games with every single paragraph.
The only context I have for Gorgon is the Demigorgon.
Yeah, I was just gonna say Stranger
Oh
Things.
my
Demigorgon.
Stranger
God.
Things.
Can we talk about this?
Listen, I don't play enough D&D,
Can
apparently.
you can you dive deeper, please?
Well, the Gorgon's Greek, right? Like with
Yeah.
Jason and the Argonauts shit.
Mhm.
Yeah. Right, it's Medusa. So
Yeah.
Medusa is a Gorgon, right? And what does she do? She turns people to stone.
Okay.
Interesting.
And we're talking about stone and like
Oh.
the Wayne Road and yeah. Like
Oh.
this is again the man, and by the man I mean Tolkien, is playing word games every fucking level.
Oh my God. Goron.
Yeah,
What's Goron?
It all comes back to Zelda.
From Breath of the Wild, from Legend of Zelda. The Gorons are the little race of
Stone people.
creatures that are made of
Because
stone.
Gorgon was copyright.
Yeah,
It was a Goron. It is.
Yep.
Cool.
Copyrighted by Homer.
What if we took the G out?
Wow. I love it when everything comes together like this.
Yes.
Amazing.
fun.
So one thing that stood out to me was when Theoden calls Éomer his son.
yeah,
Mhm.
Now we know for a fact that his son passed away.
yeah.
Éomer is his nephew. And he specifically in book 3 calls Éomer and Éowyn
Mhm.
like a sister daughter. Like, oh,
Yeah.
my sister's son. Like,
Well, he's
it's like
been
it's clearly not his son.
he's been upgraded from sister son to regular son.
Yeah.
Mm.
That's a big upgrade.
Yeah.
I just was like, half of it I was proud of Theoden.
Mhm.
The other half I was proud of Éomer.
Did he also call Merry son, or was that Denethor calling Pippin son?
Mary said,
Or, like,
"You're
look
going to
to
be
me-
my dad," or something like.
Yeah.
Yes, he said,
I
"Look
will
to
love
me
you as a father.
Yeah.
And yeah, Denethor would never in a million
I
years
didn't think so.
put Boromir and Pippin on the same level.
No,
No. Yeah, okay, but
no, because Mary was like, "You'll be like a father," and he's like, "Not for long."
not for long.
If everything goes well,
He's
not
like,
for
he's
too
like,
long.
"Don't get too
For a
attached."
while. Yeah.
That's
Okay, so
right.
he's just like openly accepting this father figure role
Which is
to
great.
everyone because
Yeah.
he knows he won't be around long.
He's the king, though. He is the father to the people, and
Yeah.
his regular son is dead, and he's collected a motley crew of not quite children.
But you know what he is? He's Mark Hamill. He's Mark Hamill at a convention.
Yeah.
When people pay money to take a picture and they walk up and he goes, "It's a pleasure to meet you." And they go, "Oh my God, you saved my life. I was depressed and I was suicidal. And I watched your movies and you saved my life." And he goes, "Amazing." Smile for the camera. Take the picture and he goes, "It was a pleasure to meet you." And they walk away. That's exactly what Theoden was doing with fucking Mary. When Mary was like, "You will be my father." And he was like, "Yeah, do you want any more wine or?" Yep.
Hold on, go back though. I can pay money to have my picture taken with Mark Hamill.
Yeah. Easily.
Oh fuck yeah! Okay,
Just gotta go to Comic-Con.
You gotta go to conventions.
I don't want to do that.
Yeah. Easy peasy.
So near the end of the chapter, we have a character called Wid Farah who says, "Oh, I can also read the wind." Like it's like kind of a skill that some people have and others don't.
Which is a shame for somebody named Widfara.
Windfara.
They're like, is it wind
I don't know.
or it's Widfara?
It's Wid.
It's weird.
Wid,
Wid.
He's like, I
Wid without-
can read the wind.
wid, and without.
And you- yeah. I can read the wind.
Oh my God.
Oh boy. Oh, he's got.
There's a sent on the wind.
Oh my God, you guys.
He's got
Anyway,
us out then.
so Widfara says the wind has changed and I can smell the sea air.
Yeah.
And like, I guess I wasn't clear on why that was such a good thing because the last I knew from the south, from the sea, we have an attack of pirates. So like, is it really a good thing that he can smell the sea air, or is it just like, oh, it doesn't smell like death and burning anymore?
Interesting.
An answer in 3 parts.
That has a thesis prepared.
One, normally the wind comes out of the east and it smells like sulfur and death.
Fair.
It's from Mordor.
Yep.
2, they're 150 miles from the sea, so that's pretty cool.
That's a lot.
And Numenorians come from the sea, right? They're a sea people. Point 3, we know Aragorn's whole point at the end of his last chapter was to drive everyone out of the seaside of the country, like
Yeah.
to kill all the enemies on the coast. The fact that the wind is now coming from the sea and smells of sea salt, that's powerful. That means something.
Okay.
And I think too, at the end of the chapter, when it brings up that the smell of the sea was in the air, But it also says morning came, which, as you know, most of this book, there's been no real sunlight. They've been in darkness. They've been in fog. And it says that morning came, morning and a wind from the sea. The darkness was removed. And this is after Theoden does
dawn.
his amazing speech where he gives everyone that riveting ride now speech.
Yeah, ride to
and then
Gondor.
he stands on his horse and the sun shines on his golden shield.
Yeah.
And he literally, the fog is removed and they start just charging. It's like, I got chills reading that this time because I'm like, literally, it was this really cool moment of good versus evil,
Yeah.
but the light has broken through the darkness. And now we're going right into
And like
this
Theoden
epic
is
battle.
like issuing in the new dawn.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's such a beautiful picture he's painting in your mind, literally and figuratively.
Yeah.
I keep thinking about what Denethor said about how, only true kings. What was it? No true leader.
No true king like leads from the front. They have people to do that for them.
Yeah, he lets other people die in his place.
Yeah.
Theoden's like, no, I will die in my place.
Yeah.
And I will go first.
Yeah.
Theoden is
Also,
all
I had a
about
question. You're the horse person, right?
Uh-huh.
So, the things I think of when I read this, how many people were there?
6,000.
How many horses?
6,000.
Presumably 6,000.
Probably more.
Right, roughly, the only experience I really have with horses is in Philadelphia, where
Ugh.
they kind of carry carriages and you sit in the carriage and they pull you and they just poop the whole time.
Yeah, these horses are fertilizing an entire country.
6,000 horses running,
It's an
pooping
economic
along.
boon.
They just do it
Are
whenever
they
they
just
need
creating like wonderful soil
Yeah.
behind them?
And they're aerating it and they're like
Yeah, they're
driving
They're
it up.
also saving literally the earth of Middle Earth.
Yeah. Is this regenerative farming in
Yeah.
existence?
Basically. to. Yeah. There's going to be a really green swath of land where they galloped down in
I'm
a
just
couple of
imagining-
years.
I'm imagining Theoden dressed purely in hemp.
Oh my God. Instead of the dead marshes, you just have this new fresh greenery.
All I gotta say, I felt like the perfect ending of this chapter was just the most poetic way. Tolkien wrote it one way, but we interpreted it a different way.
Mhm.
Theoden stands up on his horse, the fog clears, and he yells out to 6,000 people, "We ride and die." His glory awaits him.
Yeah, baby.
And I could not have been happier.
He can finally be a corpse
Yeah.
and a king.
Yeah. Well, no, you could be a corpse of a king.
True.
But then there's this moment where right behind him, Mary, what's the name? Durnhelm.
Mhm.
So Mary is hooked around Durnhelm, and Mary yells out, "Is there a tree?" And Durnhelm doesn't speak, obviously, and turns around and shakes their head yes. And so I was curious what the treat was.
All right. Let's do some treats.
Yay.
For this week's treat, do we remember when Gonbury Gon said, I think the men
No,
eat...
it's a Gondor.
It's not.
Oh, sorry.
Do you remember when Gonbury Gon says, I think the men eat rocks?
Here, Gonny got.
You're... What?
No, he's messing with you. It's gone, Bury gone.
Connie Rockets.
That's what I said, right?
You're right, Laura. You're right. Just keep going.
These two.
Sorry, guys.
It'll be good. You're not going to get your treat.
Should I start over?
They made a diner
Just
out of
start
it.
over. Just start over.
Deep breath. Deep
Starting
breath, or
over.
we're not getting our treat. Somebody
Correct.
said it.
Or you're going to run out of space on your memory card. Okay. So, for this week's treat, do we remember when Gonbury Gon said he thinks the men eat rocks?
No.
Because they were pulling all the rocks out of the quarry?
Yeah.
I've made you some rocks.
That's not a
Ooh.
treat.
Are you sure?
What am I, a chicken?
I went outside
These are actual rocks from outside.
and I got a bunch of rocks.
If you can't see this, Chris is holding
you
a bowl of rocks.
It's rocks.
Multicolored.
Brown,
Speckled.
white, black.
This one is Norwegian blue.
I'm going to need you to eat those.
Are they scones?
Nope.
It's like the size of a golf ball, and it looks.
You're up first, hon.
It looks more like Play-Doh than food.
Pick your poison.
Gonna make the pregnant lady eat first.
One of the...
Yeah.
There you go. That's a help.
Patrice.
I'm gonna take the biggest one.
Good job.
Okay.
You would.
So if I'm gonna die quickly.
They would smell like a dessert bread.
Here we go.
Ready?
These look delicious. Not.
As rocks.
These look delicious.
All right, here we go.
I mean, it actually is delicious. What the fuck?
So this is a cookies and cream fudge.
Cookies and cream in my mouth.
I was just gonna say it's not a cookie.
I love cookies and cream.
This is amazing.
This is white chocolate, sweetened condensed milk, and Oreos.
It tastes like a camel toe. I mean, a cow tongue, cow tail.
What?
The fuck? It just came out of your mouth.
Cow tongue. Huh?
I love you. It tastes like a camel toe.
Chris is broken.
I'm not to say cow tail. Just like cow tail. Never mind.
So wait, Laura, how did you? Because there's like 3 or 4 different colors in here.
Mm-hmm. So I made the base
Yeah.
of the ingredients I just told you, and I split them up into 3 different bowls.
Uh-huh.
And one bowl was just the regular ones, which is the whitest ones. So one bowl was just...
Are you saying the whitest ones or the lightest ones? With
Oh
the
my god,
W?
I thought it was a possum.
You said that, and then I heard something hit the floor.
Possum came in earlier. He went to your bedroom.
Oh my God.
So I made 3 different bowls. One for just the regular base recipe I told you. And then I added more cookie crumbs to another bowl and some cocoa powder to the third.
So the
to get
different
brown
colors
color.
are different flavors? Yeah, sure. Okay.
Oh shit, I wouldn't have picked the biggest one. I picked small ones to get a variety pack.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Why have you led me astray?
I just didn't leave you at all.
I had the classic flavor.
Where's
It was
Gone Berry
excellent.
Gone?
Which one?
He's in
I
one
had
of
the
these.
regular one that didn't have the extra cocoa powder or the extra cookie crumb. Very good.
It was delicious.
Gunberry Gone is actually one of these.
Like these are his stones?
Yeah.
We're eating his kidney stones.
Kidney stones.
I
He
have
just came
regular
out of
stones.
his
Thank
gone
you.
berry pee-pee.
Oh God.
Stone from hot dog.
Don't do that voice.
Oh, man.
I'm just imagining Gone Berry Gone in his grass skirt walking around with a boner.
Oh, yikes.
That's
Why?
my turn.
Oh, my God.
Why are you imagining that?
What is happening?
Too much sugar for Pat.
Seriously.
They're a bit too dry for him. He's lost all the liquid his brain needs to run.
Oh my God.
Just eat your rocks.
These are fucking delicious. And that leads me to saying goodbye. I don't want to say it, but I have to say it. Goodbye to our wonderful listeners. That is an end of chapter 5, The Ride of the Rohirrim. An amazing chapter, an amazing quick, fast chapter. It's been very nice. Oh, what a nice needed break to just have a really fast, short, sweet chapter that was full of wonderful action and emotion. It was full of so much shit. I fucking loved it.
So much horse shit. You're right.
6,000 horses. That's a lot of horse
There's a
shit.
lot of worse shit with these 6,000. But honestly, it was full of like everything I needed. It got me really invigorated. It got me really excited. It was not the answer to the cliffhanger that I wanted after last episode, after last chapter. However, like I said, it was a bit of a digestive.
It was a really rich chapter.
It let you sort of enjoy the milkiness of like the anxiety of you were about to go to war, but also like I didn't feel the pressure.
Because you already knew where we were.
Yeah.
And it was nice to rejoin some of the heroes and have
Yeah.
them on the same page. So when we go into the battle,
Yeah.
we're on,
I can't wait for when Mary sees Pippin again.
It's going to be so much fun.
I can't wait.
That is going to be
This
amazing.
is like when that frame that gets set up for us in our mind of Theoden riding at the head of this host, charging the enemy like a god of war of old. And in the back of my brain, the only thing that's functioning, because there's very few neurons back there, is the final like slow cut pause out of the Breakfast Club when he like punches the air and it like freezes. Yeah. And he's like hanging there with his fist pump.
oh my
But
God.
it's Theoden.
Don't you forget about me.
Yeah.
This has been a wonderful chapter. Thank you guys so much for following along for chapter 5, The Ride of the Rohirrim of the Return of the King. I am so pumped for the next chapter. I'm so excited to find out what's going to happen. Make sure you follow along online. Give us a follow on our social media accounts, on our YouTube accounts, or if you follow us on just simply the audio, hey, give us a review, give us a rating. We would really appreciate that a lot. We also have uploaded all of our videos to Spotify, so you can now watch them in addition to listening. You don't have to. I certainly would never want to watch me, but some people do enjoy watching us, and you might be one of those people. The third thing is
That costs money.
It's our only Sam's. For just $11 a month, you can subscribe. But seriously, you can follow us online on Instagram, on TikTok, on YouTube, and almost all social media, anywhere you can find us, Facebook, whatever. It's just Full of a Took Podcast. Feel free to give us a follow. Reach out to us. We are human beings. We love talking to our fans. We love interacting with you, going back and forth. You are always going to be talking to a real person, not a computer-generated AI version of Pat, even though it says in his profile that he's user-generated and that he's not real. Trust me, he's real.
I'm a hologram.
I've been there. I've touched it. It's real. All I have to say is that I'm very thankful that we're able to do this, and I'm thankful for all of you for listening. What is the name of the next week's chapter?
The next chapter is chapter 6, The Battle of the Pelennor Fields.
All right.
Out.
Sounds interesting.
It's gonna be good.
I'm excited for it. Feels
Better
like
be.
I know it's next week, but it just feels like it's going to be a long ways away.
No. Son of a bitch.
All right, we'll see you next week for the Battle of the Pelennor Fields, chapter 6 of book 5 of The Return of the King. We are almost there, folks. We're almost at the end.
It feels that way, but it doesn't feel that way.
Not quite. There's some shit that needs to happen first.
Yeah.
And we will get there and we will figure it out. And we will see you next week on Full of a Took Podcast. Cheers.